Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Part two, Masters of Evil, early history. You know it, you love it, you need more of it in your life. And I'm here to give it to you. Now, before I do give it to you, I need y'all to give me what y'all always give me. The comment, the like, the share, and the describe. Describe. The comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let's just stick to what we know. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to Be Real with D Real paid so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Masters of Evil. Second iteration. Now, the next iteration of the Masters of Evil didn't pop up all the way until Avengers number 54. Okay. As you can see, the lineup's a little different. You got Wasp, you got Black Panther, you got Goliath, you got Hawkeye. And here we got the Black Knight. Is he friend or is he foe? If you've read old Avengers comics, you know the answer to that question. And who's in charge of this new Masters of Evil that consists of, from left to right, the Melter, the Whirlwind, who has wind-based powers, Claw, the murderous master of sound, and the radioactive man returns. And if you look real close, you can see Claw is holding the Wasp in a jar. And deliver us from the Masters of Evil. Isn't that quaint? Detective devices, interesting. They're upping their security, and apparently they need to. Wasp be having some uniforms, don't she? Because the 60s. And it looks like Jarvis is kind of being a bit of a snake. He's calling somebody and he's giving out information. And Wasp has on a funny uniform. She's a fashion socialite, heiress, that kind of thing. But here's Jarvis meeting the Masters of Evil for the first time. And oh, look, they've got the Black Knight in their number. And the Crimson Cowl is heading up this particular iteration of the Masters of Evil. There's that crazy device again. They wrapped the radioactive man up, and all the Masters of Evil have a reason for being upset and wanting to get revenge on the collective heroes that are assembled. And Jarvis has all but given them the way to do it. And they're like, thank you for your services, but we're bad guys, and take that. Left them alive. And here is the Black Knight. And they melted his sword. They're like, dude, you better join or else. But he's fighting. Look at him. He's squabbing. But we all know, bam, here we are. We're coming in. Bum rush your headquarters. Melt your walls. Hawkeye's doing that thing where he jumps and shoots. and didn't miss. But he's being finessed because the Melter's goal was never to hit him. Aw. So T'Challa's about to jump in his tornado, and here comes a tornado. Puts his clothes, his uniform back on, and says, take this coat. And dodges the wind-based villain. But the wind-based villain ain't done. He's whirling and whirling and swirling and twirling. And messes up T'Challa's whip. And T'Challa's caught up in winds and hits a wall really hard and goes to sleep. Meanwhile, Claw takes out the Wasp. And that's Bill Foster, by the way, who later becomes Black Goliath. He was a homie of Hank Pym. And then comes the radioactive man. And here comes Bill Foster with no powers. And there goes Bill Foster with no powers. He forgot. Yeah, they don't have radioactive man locked up for a minute. And being the scientist, I ain't touching no radioactive stuff with my bare hands. He got giant gloves. Wow, he's prepared. And he can shrink and drop the gloves and grow again and shrink again and get trapped by his own stuff. How ironic. Crimson Cowl and his squad of masters of evil have succeeded in subduing the Avengers. But look, another Crimson Cowl unmasks this Crimson Cowl and says, look, it's a robot. What? But then Jarvis takes off his shit and is like, I'm a Crimson Cowl too. And the Avengers will take care of this next issue. And here are the Avengers, next issue, fixing to take care of it. In a flying skyship over Manhattan, the Avengers have been captured. And here are the Avengers, helpless in stasis and in a bottle. Why can't she just grow big and bust out the bottle? Because the 60s. And as always, is a problem amongst villains is infighting. And they've even got the obligatory headquarters under a trashed tenement building. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Goliath's up and grab and claw in a very vicious way. But there's gas. Breathe that shit, buddy. from the Crimson Cowl. The Sultan of Soundclaw calls himself, and he's upset that he who he thinks is Jarvis is insulting him, and he blasts him, but he's unharmed. I gotta kill you. He's like, no, please, 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 don't do it, don't do it. And how would that kill? How would a lethal dose of gas kill Claw if he's made of solidified living sound? You know why. And he's got him grobbing. But the imprisoned Avengers sit around and contemplate their dilemma. He's trying to bang his way out. And gets knocked back. Wow. And then we find out that Jarvis is under the power of the Crimson Cowl. What? And he awakens him and like, hi, see, I had you hypnotically spying on the Avengers for me. He's like, what? What? And now he's feeling terrible. And he's like, oh, you must let them live in all of the name of everything that's human. And the Crimson Cowl says, human? I ain't human. And the robot was the real Crimson Cowl all along, a robot that we now recognize as an earlier form of, yep, Ultron. And they like, dang, we serving a robot? And so, like I said, infighting is what causes eventually, though, Jarvis, after being cast out and surviving being cast out, runs into the Black Knight, who's like, I'm on your side, homie. And the Black Knight is off to help because he's really a good guy. Catches up with their ship, blasts his way in, fights with the Melter, and frees the Avengers, who immediately do cool stuff like what T'Challa just did and flips him, which is really cool. Whirlwind is trying to get at T'Challa, but T'Challa's too agile. And my man Hawkeyes took a piston and a crowbar and some wire and made a bow. Radioactive Man, of course, is getting handled because they holler an Avengers Assemble. And whenever they holler Avengers Assemble, you know they're getting ready to handle things. See? I told you. The child, it goes back and forth. They're fighting back and forth, but he's handling Claw. Eat boot, brother. And eventually, the Masters of Evil get handled. And then they find out that this is not the original Black Knight, but a relative. Jarvis is safe, the Avengers are safe, and the Avengers have made a new enemy named Ultron 5. And that ends that chapter with the Masters of Evil. But we're going to get into the modern age and a new iteration of Avengers that are going to have to handle a new iteration of the Masters of Evil. If you're in it to win it, I'll be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.